Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Journey Success Stories podcast. I'm Jennifer Sheffel, your host, and today I am with Brett Ruschman. He is the founder of Fresh Fest. Welcome, Brett.
Hello, welcome. Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm so happy to be talking to you today. This is going to be really fun and entertaining because Brett always brings the fun. So it's always great to talk to him. So, as we're talking about his journey to bringing us Fresh Fest, and who is Fresh Fest? What is this? What does it do? He's going to really enlighten us so that then we know that we have to come June and July because it's every June and July each year and it's a lot of fun. So we'll get a sneak peek into Brett. Who is Brett and why is he doing this really cool thing? But if this is your first time to the channel, make sure that you like and subscribe because we want you to get notifications when we have new conversations, just like this one that drops. So Brett, welcome to the show and thank you for being here today and enlightening us about Fresh Fest. I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about you and what is Fresh Fest?
All right, I am Brett Ruschman. I am the founder of Fresh Fest, as you said. And Fresh Fest is a music festival that is put on for community. So bringing anybody that comes together, because I love community. It's about raising money for nonprofits, and I always choose a children's-based and a veterans-based organization to benefit. And then it's also about live music. And so those are the three things I love most in my life: music, helping others, and community. And so that's why I started Fresh Fest.
Awesome. So, community. You grew up
Yes.
with a big family.
Yes.
So, community, relationship building, it's a part of your core value. Tell
Yes.
me a little bit more about community and how you've really evolved that over the years.
So it's kind of built into my DNA. My dad is one of 10 children. My mom is one of five. And then I married a lady, Monica, whose parents are both one of 10 kids. So we have a large family on both sides. We had 465 people at our wedding, and I think 25 of them were friends. The rest were family. So, and my friends are my family as well. So they were also friends. But um, we always love big parties, big family, and so that fed into the Fresh Fest model really because bringing community around where you have so many family members became second nature to me. And when I could add music to it for a good cause, it was a no-brainer. And it all got born out of 2020. So some people might know there was a pandemic that year called COVID-19, and we decided that that was the perfect time to release a community-based music festival. It had to do with their fact that there was no live music being put on anywhere in the state of Kentucky. And I wasn't going to turn 40, which I did do in 2020, and not have live music. So selfishly, I wanted live music. And I said, how can we do this? And we made it a fundraiser for a veterans-based organization, the Barracks Project, and a children's-based organization, the Diocesan Catholic Children's Home. And we started it there, and it was small. It was in a big venue. It was you were able to separate if you wanted to separate, and it was a great time.
Yeah. So it's definitely evolved over the years. And let's be honest, so 2020, this has only been going on for 5, 6 years now.
Yep.
So talk about that evolution and what it has really become versus what it was.
Yep. So it started as Brettaroo. That is because it was on my 40th birthday, and my name is Brett, and so I called it Brettaroo. And so it was invite only. It was to a piece of property off the double A that I have. And that first year we did it, everybody said, well, this was fun. You definitely should do it next year. So the next year we had it at Alexandria Brewing Company in 2021. It was a public event. Anybody could come, and we've continued it that way. The last 2 years, we changed the name to Fresh Fest. One reason is I say fresh all the time. You say, how are you doing, Brett? I say fresh. You say, what's going on in your life? I say fresh things. And so fresh just is a thing that I say. So it's a festival. So Fresh Festival made sense. It wasn't otherwise taken in the world. And so Fresh Fest KY became a thing. I worked with a local company that almost everybody has heard of, Neltner Small Batch, to
Yeah.
come up with the logo, the frog, that is part of it, and the green theme because I'm a big fan of green, the color, and so Fresh Fest KY was born in 2024, and so we've had 2024 and 2025, and it's gotten bigger every year as far as attendance goes. It's gotten bigger every year as far as donations go, and so it's always gotten bigger, and that's what I like. I like bringing more people, more live music, and more community. So.
Yeah, so attendance. What it was in the beginning, as far as the private, exclusive, invite only, how
Yeah.
many people were there that got the invite?
There was about, I don't know how many people we invited. There was about 100 people both nights. At that time, the governor of Kentucky had a 10-person gathering limit, but he had a 150-person protest limit at the time because there were protests going on in the city of Louisville. And so to accommodate for people to allow to have free speech, he had protest limits. And so Brettaroo 1 was a protest ending live music in the state of Kentucky. And so we had that first one, and we were under the 150-person limit for sure. It was about 100 people at each night. I had it on a Friday and a Saturday night back to back. It wasn't separate weekends, and so about 100 people. And now, Fresh Fest last year, we had about 400 people at the first date and about 550 people at the second date. It is well attended. It is attended by friends and family. It is, and I don't just mean my friends and family. I mean people that came year three invited their friends and family year four, and they stuck around and invited their friends and family year five. And so it just keeps growing by word of mouth. It is truly a grassroots effort, and I don't put on the effort, right? It's people telling people that it's a good time. It is family friendly, meaning bring your children. We keep the singers, they know that they are not allowed to cuss on the microphone. They know that it is a family friendly event, and so we keep it that way. And we want you to bring your kids. We want a kid that's 20 years old, 15 years from now to say, I've been to Fresh Fest for 15 years and I remember going to it all the time. Make it part of your tradition in the summer. So,
I love this so much. So it's in Alexandria.
yep.
Tell me why Alexandria, Kentucky?
So I grew up on Sunset Drive, which is right by the old Alexandria Drugs. It is now by the Kramer Plumbing Company, and there's a liquor store there as well, right across the street from Alexandria Brewing Company. And ever since I moved to Alexandria, which is when I was 2, I don't remember it, but that is when my parents moved here. And I've been in Alexandria ever since. I've always lived in Campbell County, but the city of Alexandria holds a special place for me. I don't plan on ever moving out of it. I've been here since I was 2 years old, and I just love it. I absolutely love Alexandria. I love all the people. I love all the shops. I love all the everything going on about it. And so it made sense for me to keep it in Alexandria when I started Brettaroo and then Fresh Fest. And so now it is 2 different dates. We have one at the VFW in Alexandria, right by Cottingham's Ace Hardware, and we have another one in Alexandria at Alexandria Brewing Company. And so it's always been a standard to do that well, this will be the fourth year that we will be doing that.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And I love that you give back to our community. And yes, that's correct. I live in Alexandria, Kentucky, and I moved here from Fort Thomas, Kentucky, when I was 4 or 5. Again, I don't remember it either, but it's been a part of me ever since. And yes, I have known Brett, let's see, RCIA in '01.
Yeah, it was.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah,
So
couple
I
decades.
actually met you more through faith
Yeah,
than through the community, which is very interesting because we interact almost more now through the community. Now that the kids are graduated and older, because
true.
I would see you up at school often because our kids are the same age too.
That's right.
So tell me a little bit more about family, because this is something that is very near and dear to your heart. I know you kind of went into it a little bit, but you guys have a good sized family, but you're all very close. So tell me about the importance around family for you.
Family's huge for me. I do a lot of stuff extracurricular and not, including faith, with my family. So, been a basically a lifetime member of St. Mary's in Alexandria. My family is 3 children. I have a 20, 18-year-old, and 16-year-old. They all fully drive now. So, like you said, womp womp. They're independent, and I am happy about that. I get people all the time that say, "Can you believe your youngest is 16?" And I say, "Yes, she was born 16 years ago. That totally makes sense." And so I am absolutely pragmatic about that. It's just I'm a realist. It's what it is, and I'm happy about it because it means that they're growing up and they're
Yeah.
living their life and they're making choices about their future. And as a parent, all you want to do is set them up for the ability for success. And I am big on having them decide how that success is and whatever it might be. And so family's huge for us. We do a lot of stuff with family, holidays and otherwise. A lot of the people that attend Fresh Fest are family adjacent. So it might be 30 actual family members and then their friends that they bring. I mean, we get 100 to 150 of that 400 to 600 people are people I'm related to in some manner. And so
Yeah.
it's huge, huge, huge for me.
And not to go into it, but I am related to Rushmans, just
Oh,
saying.
yeah. Nice.
So, not that that's probably any surprise with my maiden name being Holtz.
That's
So,
right.
anyway, so having this business, because Fresh Fest is a business, tell us about what all not only has it allowed you to do, but there's also been some confusion around, is it a business, a nonprofit, because of what you guys do? Like, let's kind of talk a little bit more about like how many employees does it have? How many, like, what does that revenue look like? But yet, where does that go? Like, let's kind of get into some of those financials a little bit because my background's accounting and that's fun.
Yeah. So Fresh Fest is not a business in that it is not incorporated. It's not an LLC, it's not an Inc., it's not a S corp, it's none of that stuff. It is just an entity, and it is not like in the Kentucky Secretary of State, for example, it's not that. It's a trademark. Fresh Fest KY is a trademark, and it's Fresh Festival KY technically. I shorten it to Fest every time I say it, but it is Festival. And so it's just a trademark. And so that is what we are and who we are. If you give donations, you give donations to Fresh Fest, yes, but it is not a like separate bank account. I track it, I account for it. I'm very transparent about it. But I pay for all the bands that play Fresh Fest. Sometimes the venues kick in some money for that as well, meaning the VFW and ABC. And then the rest of it is merchandise sales, and I buy it all out of my own pocket. And whatever we sell, the profit of those sales. So if I buy a t-shirt for $10 and there's $25 cost to that, the $15 of profit goes towards the two charities or maybe three charities, depending on the year. And we just divide it evenly among those. If somebody wants a tax write-off, some do, they can write a check to either one of the entities. They let me know that. I figure it into how I split it out. But it is very clearly a amount that is getting that is then divided up, and the people that benefit from it are always grateful. They love how Fresh Fest isn't a true business per se. I've never
Right.
sold tickets. I've never sold up anything. It is possible this year we will have a new avenues to secure a front seat because the reason for that would be only to increase the donations we get, right? It doesn't cost me anything to put a picnic table up front by the stage and sell that as a VIP scenario and then let people pay more for that experience when really they're giving a bigger donation to be able to get it. So it really isn't a business per se. It's a business in the fact that there are costs and there is profit, but it is tracked. I'm happy to give it to anybody whenever they ask. I've had three people ask me because they didn't trust me, and that's
Interesting.
fine. And I have no issue with that because it's all done up and up and transparent.
I love that. And it is absolutely unbelievable the amount that you do for those 2 days or three or four or whatever it evolves into.
Yeah.
So, how many volunteers do you have? Because this is not just a small little thing. And sometimes there's also buses kind of taking some people to and fro because of parking. Like, talk a
Yes.
little bit about that.
Yeah. So as far as employees, you asked that question before. I didn't really answer it. The answer is zero. I am the founder and the guy that, puts it on. I book the bands. I book the venues. I work with them to decide how we're doing sound. And it's hundreds of hours before the event. And that is almost exclusively me. I do get help from my wife, of course. My kids help. But other than that, asking people's opinions on the bands to play, asking people's opinions on what shirts to order and what colors they should be. I do get input from people, but it's typically like, here's two designs. Tell me which one you like better, things like that. Then I order it all, place it all, get all the bands booked, and then get posters made, get posters printed, put them up at the venues, get everything done with the social media. That's all me. The day of the event, I have a lot of help. So I get volunteers in the morning to help me set up the grounds. The VFW sets up all their parking cones. All that is VFW. Volunteer labor. The last 2 years we've done it there, they've had a minimum of, I'll say 15 people. It's probably more like 20 that come in and set stuff up. They work the bar. All of the alcohol sales at both of those locations go back to those businesses.
Mhm.
So the point of community and local business, both of those Alexandria businesses make money on Fresh Fest, and I want that to be the case. I don't want Fresh Fest to make the money on alcohol sales. That's not the family friendly thing I want. I want it to be there because people tend to enjoy music with it. But they make that money, and Bender's Pub Grub has made the money on all the food, both at ABC and at the VFW. They do a remote location, and they do all that. But then I have volunteers, my sister-in-law Katie, and my cousin's wife Ashley. They always work the merch booth, so they sell the booth. That's 100% volunteer labor. My cousin Joe and my brother Brian and my sister Bridget help set it up. Greg Gaduli, Scott Ruth, other people like that. I run the risk of forgetting someone that's helped me in the past, Jeremy Hildebrand. All these names are Alexandria, Campbell County names you hear. They're all my neighbors. They all come and help. They're terrific resources on that. I get the stage. The stage is not built, right? At ABC and at the VFW, the stage comes from the Orth boys. So Augustus and Caleb Orth bring the stage there. They hang a banner. They do it for free because they get free advertising, I suppose, from the front of the stage. But it's community. Those guys are farmers. They have a trailer. They bring the trailer. That's our stage. That's on purpose. I could go build a stage. I don't want to. I want it to be the Orth boys bringing the stage and showing us what's up. So it's been awesome having that.
Yeah, it's absolutely remarkable. So, if I were to ask you, where do you see the event 5 years from now?
Mm.
What would you love to see it evolve into? And what's Brett's role in that 5 years from now?
I will still be at the core if I can be at the core. If my body allows it and my energy level allows it, I will be the core of Fresh Fest for as long as I can see. But I've thought about making it a ticketed event. I've thought about putting it at grounds that are Fresh Fest grounds, meaning buying land and making it the Fresh Fest festival grounds, truly.
Mm.
I don't know if that's in the cards. It would be difficult to do it in the city of Alexandria as the price of land continues to escalate with the development that we have, but it could be really close to Alexandria. I've looked for a long time. There's nothing that's ideal. I would love for it to be a camping event where people could camp on the grounds, like Whispering Beard is and like Bonnaroo is, where you camp on the festival grounds, you go to the music venue. It could be ticketed, it could be free still, it could be family friendly. But to answer your question, I will go where the wind takes me in this case, and I will say that I don't know, but I think it'll be bigger and I think it'll have more days and I think it will continue to involve the three core values, which is community, live music, and helping others that need it through donations.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Absolutely. It's just so unbelievable the amount of love that you give to our community and bringing everyone together. So,
Thank
it's
you.
just absolutely remarkable. And as it's continued to grow, getting Neltners to do the branding and everything too, and to bring all of that to life and use local community businesses goes to a whole nother level. So it really speaks volumes for what has been created. So I have a couple of rapid fire questions because we want to get to know Brett on a personal level a little bit. You ready for
All right.
this?
Let's go.
All right. What is the key to success for you?
Energy and intent and being Hmm. Energy and intent. So always putting your energy forth, doing what you say you're going to do, so be reliable and make sure that the goal of the final product is the intention you set with. So if the goal is to raise money for people and have live music, then you better be able to book bands and take donations, right? So that's an example, but there you go.
Love that. All right. What is your one piece of advice for other either business owners or executive directors or others that are putting on other like community events similar to Fresh Fest?
Mm. Get the word out early because people's schedules fill up. Everybody's busy. It's not their fault that they don't attend your event. It's your fault. So make it be something that people want to go to and that you tell them early enough when it is. Also ask for advice. You know, there's people around you that are going to be able to help you. Don't be bashful to say, Brett, what do you think about this? Or Jen, what do you think about that? So that you get the best possible event. Don't just use what's up here, use what's around you.
Wonderful. Or a business executive coach could also maybe help with some of that. I
For
mean, maybe.
example, yeah.
Fantastic. All right. What is a book or a podcast that you're reading or listening to right now?
So a book I'm reading right now is Hail Mary. It is a space fictional book. I do like that kind of stuff. They are making a movie out of it soon with Ryan Gosling in it. It's not the reason I'm reading it is because my son read it and loved it, and now I'm reading it. And then podcast, the Seek and Find podcast. It's the teacher at Bishop Brossard High School, Adam Franzen, that puts that on, and it is religious based, but it is about seeking God in your life, and it can apply to anybody.
That is way cool. And I'll make sure to thank Ethan that he made our podcast today.
Yeah, please do.
All right. So here's a fun question for you. If you had a little bit of magic dust that you could sprinkle over the festival, just one spot, what would it be?
Mm. Having enough time to have all the bands I want to play be able to play.
Nice.
Yeah. It is
Very good.
difficult to choose the bands on an annual basis, and inevitably, you will make someone not happy with you because you can't fit it all in.
Oh,
So a stage with a rotating thing would be awesome, right? Like if I can get the Orth Boys to make a stage that allows me to have a band set up behind and a band in the front, and then I rotate it. They did that at the first Woodstock in 1969, so it can be done. It's just a matter of the time is hard.
so when I went to Louisville, man, this has been a long time ago, and it was a music venue. Oh my gosh, what was it called? But anyway, they had like five different stages set up.
Yes.
It's almost like when you get the land and just boop,
Yeah.
um, there's land in the middle of Alexandria for us to do this. Then you can have like six different stages and then have
Yes.
camping like kind of throughout. That would be so cool.
Yep. That is a stretch goal for me. We'll see if we can do it.
See, there you go. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get to the very final question of the day, share with the audience where can they find you, more information about Fresh Fest, because they need to be there in June and July, and confirm and get to know those dates so that they can pencil it right into their calendar.
Yeah, we will release the dates in January, but freshfestky.com is the website. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. That is freshfestky as well. So you can find me Facebook, Instagram, and the internet, and it will have all of that information you just stated, along with which charities we will benefit, so you know who we're going to try and help out. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Awesome. All right. Ready for the final question of the day?
Give it to me.
All right. What is most inspiring to you today?
Oh, man, you didn't prep me with that one. Most inspiring to me today, it's gotta be I gotta go back to community. It's everybody around me. Like when I look at what is happening in Alexandria with the fourth different events they put on seasonally now on Washington Street where they break that down. That's another event that has live music, that has local shops selling things that just love it. So other local events inspire me to make my local event better.
Nice. All right. This was a great conversation, Brett. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed hearing about Fresh Fest and, of course, the evolution of it because it's not something to just sneeze at. It was a dream of how can we get people together and bring back that live music, and you've carried it forward year over year. So, not only thank you for having the event, but thank you for having it in Alexandria too, because that's a little near and dear to my heart too.
Yeah, you're very welcome. It shall continue.
Awesome. All right. So, all of you who are watching, thank you for tuning in today and getting to know Brett a little bit more, as well as his passion and dreams for our community, and even hearing about what's possible. So, as people think about what's that legacy that I can even land and have within my community, think big and continue dreaming because you just never know. And have it be part of your passion so that it's something that's easy to sustain. So, of course, like and subscribe. Make sure that you share this conversation, come back, watch it again and again, share it with your friends. Maybe come to Fresh Fest, do some team building activities, and really enjoy that live music. So, again, Brett, thank you so much. Fresh Fest 2026 on the way. Can't wait. And it's going to be awesome. I really appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you. Appreciate you too. Thanks, Jen.